I really love a good dry brush with dry brush technique with some paint. And I have been really trying to explore how I actually lay the paint down in order to get more of a dry brush wash, if you will. So this is more what I mean by like dry brush, just like that, there you go, like that scratchy, scratchy kind of looking texture, still very see-through or transparent, right? But easy to lay other materials, but then also like colors on top. And so I am trying to figure out how I want to go about these colors. And right now, I know for sure that I want, well, no, let me not say it like that. I don't know for sure, but these are the colors. This burnished copper kind of color that's transparent, translucent. This neon pink that is also transparent. This yellow deep, and then titanium, unbleached titanium in this marker. And I have a very similar color to unbleached titanium in this Daniel Smith watercolor, but I want to use the marker. The other color that could be substituted or that you could use that is very similar to unbleached titanium and this buff titanium is also the Kuretake Ecru Beige, is very much these two colors too. But for this, I need a background that is not going to reactivate. So I started off with just a few tests of, you know, the combinations that I'm looking at. So again, those are kind of the colors that I mentioned, and I plan to try to put layer on top just a few additional colors to see what I prefer. But honestly, I am really already like leaning towards the way that I mixed this yellow deep and neon pink together, and then the brush was dry. I really like this pink dry brush. This is what the copper color kind of looks like. Not kind of. Clearly it does. This is what the copper color looks like with the yellow and the pink. I like this, but I don't necessarily like how this is layered. I'm not sure if you can see this too well. Well, maybe you can a little bit. This pink has this copper kind of mixed into it a little bit, and this is where the dry brushing, kind of starts because I don't wet my brush anymore. But I like how the copper kind of toned the pink down just a little bit, but it's still a very vibrant pink. Um, and so, yeah, I mean, just initially, this yellow and pink dry brush, I really like that because, again, regardless of what color pencils or neo color I use on top, it for me it won't compete with the background. So there's that. Um, I can show y'all some of the sketches too. So I am submitting for an exhibition that is, the theme is really related to like creating art in basically politically violent times, right? Politically unsafe times. And how do you, as an artist, navigate that, right? Like, how does your art show up during these times? And so it made me kind of think about, if you follow my channel, I talk about being an elder millennial, all the time. Oh, not this sketch. We won't, there are some elephants in this sketch, but or in my idea for this exhibition. But I talk about being an elder millennial a lot on my channel, and one of the things that was really present as I was growing up were cartoons like Carmen Sandiego, Where is Waldo? But not only those cartoons, but also like the games. The games that were associated with those franchises. So, like, Where is Waldo? Is I like to think of it as like a concentration game, a game on focusing. But it's this image where it's a whole bunch of stuff on the page, right? And then you have to try to find Waldo um, on this page that has so many different things that seem like they're not related or connected. And so that is what I'm thinking about related to this exhibition. Like, how do I navigate my art? How do I process my own healing? And yeah, I'm thinking about inner child work. Inner child is another theme that's always present in my work. So there's something about thinking about Carmen Sandiego and Where's Waldo type imagery. There's something very like fun and appealing, for me in that thought process. And so, yeah, I did a few sketches that just have, like small images of things that I enjoy and love and appreciate. And so these sketches are kind of me walking through, composition, ideas. For this one, I was trying to think about all of the interesting shapes that I can make and aspects of myself that I want to highlight in this. Um, I center a lot of my art around, what I don't know, the mainstream art world will call like folk art, FOLK, folk art. And I do a lot of my artist research and master studies, master art research on predominantly black artists that kind of came into their art practice as older adults. And so I was thinking about that in relation to this too. So there's a lot of nature in here. There's mushrooms, there's Venus flytraps, there's ladybugs, you know, there's an elephant, there's a moose, right? And so I want to not only call into this piece like that aspect of myself, but again, just also very personal and things that are connected to how I grew up, So, like, I have a bottle of pink oil moisturizer down here, I have a Chinese food box right here, a camera. I was thinking about putting an iPod somewhere too, but I have some headphones down here, tea, a book. And so, okay, back to the folk art piece. So, there is an artist. His name is William Traylor, Traylor, Bill Traylor. And in one of his interviews, he's from, if I remember correctly, Lowndes County, Alabama. A black artist, folk artist. He's passed away. But in one of his interviews, he mentions that his art was a testament to his existence. And that is the quote, the wording, the inspiration that I'm taking for this. That's my approach. Like, that's the energy of my piece. It's a testament to my existence. And so many of the things that, are kind of sprinkled throughout my sketches are things that I feel like symbolize, a testament to my existence. So, as y'all know, my channel is the place where I'm kind of documenting my creative process. I also do some teaching on this platform. I have some mini art lessons. I have some really cool posts in the community tab. So definitely check that out. Subscribe to the channel. I took a bit of a break from going live every day, but I'm getting back into it because I really miss hopping on here with you all. I've still been creating every day. I just haven't hopped on live, and I could do a video, a live, just about the things that I've been making. Like this sketch with the elephants is one of them. I'm still working through. If you like scroll through my live videos, you'll see a few live streams that have elephant thumbnails, and those are specifically related to this art project that I'm reworking. But in the community tab, I post about the different exhibitions that I'm a part of. Another exhibition that is currently that opened in June is the Dream Art exhibition through the International Association on the Study of Dreams. They had their annual conference in June. I'm a therapist and also an artist. So I submitted for their Dream Art exhibition and got accepted, and so that is currently open. So if like looking at some dream art from different artists from all over the world is your jam, like, or you need some inspiration even, definitely check that tab out. Let's see. So I feel like I've run my mouth enough. I'll do let's do this with y'all. um I wanted to see how this copper, which is pretty transparent, just how it looks laid right on top of this yellow. That's like a background. I needed to wait for this to dry. So this is the yellow deep, it's right here, matte acrylic blick paint. That's what this is. And then on my paintbrush right now, I have this burnished copper from the same company. Yeah, I see this. Okay. Put one more coat on top. Yeah, I really like dry brush. because I also am not someone that doesn't, I'm okay with the white of the paper or whatever the paper color is like showing through. Like that doesn't bother me too much. So I really enjoy, and let me show you. I really enjoy a dry brush look. It's a little gritty, a little grungy, and then like I said, whatever you put on top, it's not fighting with per se the colors that you have on there. Um, oh, this is the other thing I wanted to do. I also wanted to see what does putting this marker on top of this yellow look like. This thing is so juicy. Okay, this is this unbleached titanium Liquitex paint marker on top of kind of this dry brushed splotch of yellow deep. So I just want to see what, do I like that on, do I like the marker on top of the paint, or do I like paint on top of the marker? So that's why I did the marker on this side, because I want to see now, do I prefer the paint on top of the marker? I'm not sure, do I like the marker on top of the paint? Did you follow that? Okay. Let's see. Let's do let's do the yellow. So like these, you know, if you have a creative practice, these are the times, actually let me just do it like this. Yeah. These are the little tests, you know, the little experiments. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to turn it over. These are the little experiments that you might do. This is clearly just my creative practice, and I'm just showing you like the questions that I ask myself as I, you know, kind of go along. I really like that yellow on top of the marker. Keep layering. I really like that actually. That's interesting to me. Okay, so now I was trying to think what's important for me to look at now. Because I was also looking back at, let me show you. Right in front of me is this sketchbook that I showed y'all before, you know, that has this yellow. And I really like this. I keep coming back to this. My eye keeps like looking back at this one. Because I really like the way this yellow and this pink dry brush looks. So I think I'm going to follow that. Um, let's see. I also really like how this yellow layered on top of the pink. It made a really like kind of this copper color, right? I don't know yet if I prefer. So this one, these two are the same thing, except different. So this one has the acrylic paint on the bottom and then the marker on top. And then this one has the marker on the bottom and then the acrylic paint on top of the marker. And I was trying to look at, do I like paint on the bottom, marker on the top, marker on the bottom, or paint on the top? I don't know. I don't know yet. I need to sit with that. But I feel like I know right now though for these sketches that I'm working on, for the exhibition. Um, what I know is that I really like this one, this yellow and pink. So I will more than likely come back on um, and I only share with y'all some of the other like sketches that I've done like over June, that I hadn't like come on with you all to sketch on live. How did that get wet? Um, so I may come back on and talk more about like these kind of sketches that I did. Um, but I would definitely give y'all an update about where I'm at with this exhibition submission because it is due very soon. Due very soon. So if I'm gonna do it, I need to make some additional progress today. But the fact that I know that I like this background now is super progress. So I'm happy about that. Okay. I hope you all have a moment for some inspiration today. And I will see you on the next video.